It's race week. Hello, everybody. My name is Kyle from Current Lap, and we are going to be talking about just a few things to catch you up on what's going on in the Formula E community. And I'll tell you a secret, it's absolutely chaos. We've had two different race winners, two different championship leaders, and technically two different constructors leaders. I know it's only round two, and points change very fast, but in Formula E, nothing is predictable, especially in season 12. I wanted to do this as a short episode to just update anyone with some of the news, talk about what's going on in the Formula E community, and dial it back to how I used to do the videos when I sat with this microphone being a Formula E pundit. The difference is I've got a little bit more skills in the lighting, and I have got a little light here just to make it feel more like Miami. Let's just hope that that does not fall off. But yes, the Miami track has now been launched. This is the layout. This recently came out onto the Formula E website. Again, set to change because, of course, they can change it if they get to the track and go, whoa, that barrier is not going to work for our sport. So that might change, but I think the general layout is going to be the same. Obviously, this is an Andretti home race. Expect Andretti to maybe bring a special livery or to celebrate a little bit more on social media. Obviously, Andretti Motorsport is big in America. I know they do IndyCar, they do NASCAR, and obviously they do Formula E. So I'm expecting to maybe see a little bit more excitement on the Andretti socials. Dan Ticktum and Jaguar are still the shocks of this season, scoring no points. And it's a big shock, I would say, for both of them. Obviously, Jaguar, I would say, is the second best team in the sport. They're very consistent. They score high. They have technically the most championships under their belt. So to see them on zero is a bit worrying, especially as a Da Costa fan. I think it is a bit worrying. But I do think as we get on, there may be some double headers that change that, and who knows, they could be first, second or third. Probably not by the end of this weekend, but maybe when we get to Spain we could see a bit more of a representative championship. And obviously Dan Ticktum, it's really been unfortunate for him. I feel it for him. I'm not a big Dan fan. I'm not against Dan. He's obviously a Cooper Kira driver, very talented, but I think this isn't helping his case when I think he has the opportunity to go to Porsche. I mean, it might not be this season, but it could be next. And I know he's committed to the Cooper Kira team. They've really let him bring his personality to Formula E, and the fans love it. So keep doing what you're doing, Dan. And I just hope that this weekend you have a wonderful weekend, even if you just give us a win. Like, that will literally shake up this season again. And this is what I mean. We could have anything happen on this weekend. This weekend, there'll be an extra session for the teams to get some data, but it won't be with the cast of 20 drivers we have on the grid. It's actually an extra rookie test. And the way I look at this is kind of a feeder test, because we don't have a Formula 3 or a Formula 2 to give us those next generation drivers. So Formula E and the 10 teams are hosting a test for complete rookies to Formula E. Some of them have been on the grid before in tests, and it is split between a male and female. Every opportunity is there. And it's just great to see extra running, extra data for us to see for this new circuit as well. And I think it's a fantastic time to showcase some of the next generation, which kind of brings me into Formula E being sort of granted this B Corp certified sport, which I think from reading the article is just saying that they are a sport that is, one, ethical and good for the planet as well. So obviously a green sport and trying to break down social norms. And that's what I mean with these tests. It's not specific male or female. It's trying to just get anyone who is interested and is fast into the sport. And that's kind of it. That's all I wanted to say for race week. Obviously, the contenders Nick Cassidy, Jake Dennis and Oliver Rowland are fighting for the top spot in the championship. But as I mentioned, this is anyone's game. Even the constructors can go either way this weekend. It's definitely a race to watch. The UTC time is 7 o'clock or 7:05 for the race on Saturday. So this is definitely one you don't want to miss. And I don't know who my money's on. If I had to say it right now, I'm going to say consistent Cassidy, because I just think he is one that is showing that Citroen car has the torque to do the racing that is currently going on in Formula E. So yeah, that is the news. It's race week. I hope you've enjoyed today's video. We're trying to beat the race of the season to 1,000 subscribers. So if you can, consider subscribing if you haven't already. And let us know what you're most excited for this race weekend for the Miami E-Prix. And if you're new around here, this is the Current Lap.